Yes, well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I'm Omar Stennett, and again, let me express my absolute delight that you have joined us today for one more episode of our Friday Big Bangers. Yes, this is our video. It premieres every Friday at 12:30. So if you have not, here is what you need to do so you can catch it as it premieres. You need to one, subscribe, and when you subscribe you have to hit that notification bell so you can know when we are on. We have been having some really good show on our channel and you need to go back and watch them. Again, subscribe. We're on Instagram, we are on Facebook, so follow us there. Subscribe. We are over 500 subscribers right now, and again, big thank you to you, my people, because if it weren't for you, we wouldn't be able to be where we are doing what we're doing. Again, we thank you for your support and everyone who worked together to make this happen. Big thank you to you. All right, yeah, man. So remember that all the persons who support us, all those who say thank you, well done, good job, we appreciate that. Share with your family, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your uncle, your nephew, your niece, and let them know that I am sure sports is about, no doubt. Yeah, man. So have some info I want to share with you today. Let you know what is happening. We're going to talk about some football. Then we are going to get into some track and fields. We're going to talk about some basketball. All right, so let's dive right into it. Right, the first thing we want to speak about is football in CONCACAF. Right, we recently had the conclusion of the CONCACAF Champions League, where the USA played against Mexico in the finals and Honduras and Costa Rica played for third and fourth. But we're going to focus on the USA-Mexico game. That game ended with the USA winning by 3-2. Very good game. Both teams look organized, but I think youthful exuberance on the United States team kind of caused them to make several errors in the game that allowed Mexico to score. They end up winning in the end. Some persons say it wasn't a penalty conceded by scored by Christian Pulisic, who just won the Champions League with Chelsea a few days ago. So congratulations to the United States. They won 3-2. In fact, in the closing stages of extra time, not stoppage time, because the game went into extra time, right? In fact, the USA scored in the second period of extra time, and Mexico got a penalty with seconds left in extra time, and Guardado kicked the penalty, saved by the goalkeeper. Brilliant save. If that had scored, it would have been 3-3, and probably it would have gone into penalty if no one else scores. So congratulations again to the United States of America. They are the first winners of the CONCACAF Champions League. Other big news out there is that Trinidad and Tobago, their World Cup campaign ended over the weekend. They ended 0-0 with the Bahamas. Everyone thought that this was a good enough crop of Trinidad and Tobago players, and they were on course to make it to the final stages of the World Cup qualifying campaign for Qatar 2022. Unfortunately, they were held to a 0-0 draw by the Bahamas, and now they are out. So sad. Right, so yeah, let's see how things progress from now. It means that Jamaica, we are still in it, and we had a couple of friendlies. You would have known that the first friendly that was supposed to be played against the Japan national team, that one was called off. Yeah, man, it was called off, and so the second game against Serbia ended 1-1. Very good game. Let me give you the starting 11 for Jamaica, the 11 that started the game for Jamaica, and kind of give you a review of how the game went. So Dennis Taylor started out in goal. You had Adrian Mariappa and Liam Moore in centre back. You had Amari Bell at left back, Wes Harding at right back, and there was a lot of interchanging. You had Damian Lowe, who played for the first time in the national setup, central defensive midfield, played very well for the most part of the first half. In the second half, he kind of had a few challenges after Serbia made some changes, and we conceded a goal that I thought he could have done a little bit better. He could have gone forward, but I think the defensive part of him had him sit back, and the guy scored a very good goal. Could not be saved by Dennis Taylor. So kudos to the Serbian because they were equalizing because we had taken the lead. But I'll get to that. So Damian Lowe, and then you had in midfield, you had Devon Williams and O'Neill Fisher. And you had Blair Turgott as well, who played a very good game. He was instrumental in the Jamaican team taking the lead. He was the one who played that through pass, cutting in from the right, almost center pitch, and played that through pass to Andre Gray, who played up front with Javon East, and he, got around the keeper, and at an acute angle, he was able to knock it into the back of the net just one time. Very, very good goal. Intelligent goal, smart play. And he got a chance in the second half, but you can see that he was tired. The defender was able to recover and make a very good tackle. Right, so good performance by most of the players. Liam Moore was very steady and stable in defense. Wes Harding looked well. Damian Lowe looked well in that central defensive midfield role. Adrian Gray, he did well. Blair Turgott in his debut for the Jamaican national team, he had an excellent game. I believe he was substituted in the second half. One person that impressed me a whole lot, and many people are wondering why he didn't start the game. I think physically he's not up to speed in terms of his conditioning, and that may have been the reason. But Ravel Morris came on, and the guy is a maestro. He was absolutely brilliant. Now, this is Serbia that we played against. They are the 25th ranked team in the world, FIFA ranking right now, and we are at 45, so they are 20 ranking places above us. You may say that they didn't start their full team, but let me give you some of the names that were missing from the Jamaican team. All right, Leon Bailey was missing. Mikel Antonio was missing. Jamal Lowe was missing. Daniel Johnson was missing. Bobby Reed was missing. Andre Blake was missing. Kemar Taxi Lawrence was missing. Ethan Pinnock was missing. So that's 8 persons who we could say are possible starters for Jamaica. KC Palmer. So in as much as Serbia didn't have their full strength team, neither did Jamaica. So we have to give credit where credit is due, which is to Coach Theodore Whitmore and to the Jamaica Football Federation. And here's why I want to do that, because if they had failed, we'd have given them a hard time. So credit to them, to Mike Ricketts and the Federation, and to Coach Whitmore and his coaching staff for getting the team ready and playing. And we weren't outplayed. And that's a good thing. We weren't outplayed or dominated by the Serbian. I think it was quite evenly played game. So kudos to the Jamaican. Like I said, the next game will be against the Japan under 23 or their Olympic team, and after that they will go into the Gold Cup. They have some camp that going to schedule, and then they go into the Gold Cup, and we are expecting big things from them in the Gold Cup, because I know that some of the United States players who played in this Champions League, they will not be available for the Gold Cup, and so that gives Jamaica a good opportunity. And people keep talking about this Curacao team. Listen, the Curacao team, like almost 90% of their players are 30 and over. I think they're an old team, and the pace of the Jamaican will dominate them, right? When they played us last in the Gold Cup, it wasn't Jamaica's strongest team, and Leon Bailey was just coming into the team, and he wasn't even in the best physical condition. And so I'm hoping that he will recover from the broken toe that he suffered in the Bundesliga, and everyone will be up and running, and we should put on a good show. Now, if football was good over this weekend, then track and field was superb. This was a extremely, extremely, extremely joyful and great weekend for Jamaica in track and field. You'd have heard that Shelly-ann, Frazer, Pryce became the second fastest woman of all times in the 100 meters. Pocket, rocket. Yep. 10.63 seconds in the National Stadium. The best place on home soil. And we know the Jamaican athletes are way behind in their preparations. Yep, tremendous accomplishment. And I want to clap my hands to Shelly-ann Frazer Pryce. After child's birth, she has never been better. The heart of a champion. And every Jamaican young woman should look at Shelly-ann Frazer Pryce and draw inspiration. Great story. I think she has risen to iconic stature in the island of Jamaica and will leave an indelible mark on global track and field. Yeah, for real, no joke. But with that being said, let's not forget that we had Elaine also breaking 10 seconds. She won in the New Life Invitational, clocking 10.87 seconds. And she's still suffering from her Achilles injury. Brianna Williams was in that race with Elaine and finished third with a time of 10.97. But earlier, she had done 10.93, which is the Jamaica junior record. And so to Brianna, young lady who many believe it will take over from Shelly-ann and the Veronica Campbell and the Elaine. Well done, Brianna. She's been coached by Otto Bolden, Trinidadian. And I am happy for this young lady, right? Because not many times juniors take their career over successfully into the senior ranks. But she has made the transition and she's doing well. And I think she will have some challenges in terms of medaling at the Olympics, but I'm not going to put it past her because she's full of determination. There are so many other good athletes out there. You have Shakara Richardson out of the United States. You have Dean Asher-Simmet out of Great Britain. You have Okembara out of Nigeria and Talu out of the Ivory Coast. You also have Natasha Morisson, who ran in the same race with Shelly and did 10.95. But no one even remembers that because the gap between her and Shelly was so wide. But she ran under 11 seconds. So we have a good set of athletes right now. We also have Sharika Jackson, who is doing well in the 200 meters. We have young Kimber Nelson doing well. So many of our females in the sprint scene, they are doing well. In the field jump, you have Dodd, who is doing well in the throws. You have Kimberly Williams and Ricketts doing well in the triple jump, and so our hurdle stocks look also great. If you come on the men's side, Ewan Blake, for the first time in a long while, went below 10 seconds. He did 9.97, and so overall it has been a very good weekend for Jamaica's track and field. as we prepare for the Olympics. All right, and greater things are yet to come. I believe Dakers continue to improve and Kai Chang continue to improve in terms of milk throwing. And we're going to have some discussion with some persons who are expert in track and field, and you can listen out for those and check the channel for those videos so you can hear what is happening going into the Jamaica national trials in preparation for the Olympics. Omar McLeod also had a good time. He is now the fastest Jamaican over the 110 hurdles, and have one of the fastest, I think the second fastest time this year. And so we are doing well and things are looking good, though it was a late start to the track season. And so looking forward to that, you know, better things, greater things are to come. Yeah, and yeah, man, so let us know what your thoughts are on those things. You know, what are our medal prospects heading into the Olympics? And let me just jump back to a little bit of football, because the men's team is playing, we forget that the Jamaica Reggae girls have 2 games. One is on the 10th, right? They'll be playing against Nigeria, a top-ranked team. Khadijah Bonishaw will not be available. She had her final game in the league in France, and she ended up being the top goal scorer. So big up Khadijah Shaw. What a week for sports for Jamaica. Big up Khadijah Bonishaw. We're hoping that one day we'll have her on our platform to talk about her season. And so she did that. So she's not going to be a part of the squad for the game on the 10th against Nigeria. And then on the 13th, they will play against the United States. A two-match series, and they are preparing for the next cycle of World Cup qualifying. Yeah, awesome. Well, listen, let's jump over into some NBA basketball. Oh my Lord. Oh, what is going on? Kawhi put on a show for us this weekend. Kawhi put on a show for us this weekend. And the show that he put on led the LA Clippers to a 4-3 series win over the Dallas Mavericks. You remember how this series went? The first 2 games were played in LA and Dallas won them. The second 2 games were played in Dallas and the Clippers won them. The 5th game was played in LA and Dallas won. And they were 3-2 up. And let me be honest, I had written off the LA Clippers. But then there was Kawhi. And Kawhi turned up. Not to my surprise, because he's an all-star player. And he dominated Game 6. Wow! Dominated Game 6. Superb performance. And it's not that Luka didn't play well for Dallas. Kawhi was just absolutely world class. And so Dallas have been knocked out. Yep, knocked out. That's it. And the LA Clippers, they have advanced. And so on the other bracket, here's what happened. The Brooklyn Nets, they defeated the Milwaukee Bucks in their first game. And I think without James Harden, Blake Griffin reminded us that he is still Blake Griffin, a #1 pick. If you all forgot, he did that. He stamped his class and his authority and his powers upon the Milwaukee Bucks. And so from where I stand, the Brooklyn Nets are poised to take this series. KD and Kyrie did their thing, but it was the Blake show. Not the Late Show, but the Blake show. Great performance by Blake Griffin, because he to many people he has not lived up to expectation, but now he's showing up when it really matters. And I don't think they need James Harden to win the championship. It would be good to have him, but they don't have to. But if James Harden gets back into this team, playing the way he was playing, and they play the way they are playing now as a team, they are going to be unstoppable. We also have the Suns versus the Nuggets. That series is coming up. Wow. So by the time you watch this video, a couple of games would have been played. And I don't know. The Suns, they knocked out the LA Lakers. But I don't know. I think I want to go with the Denver Nuggets. I think that the Jazz are good. Let me say this. I think the Suns are good, but Chris Paul is not in the best of health. And that is where I have an issue with the Phoenix Suns. I think the health of Chris Paul is going to affect them progressing. And so I'm going to call this for the Denver Nuggets. Of course, the LA Clippers advancing means that they're going to take on the number 1 seed, the Utah Jazz, and I have to go with the number 1 seed. Yep. Now over in the East again, so we just whoop from here, whoop from here, whoop from here. Just move from East to West, from East Coast to West Coast, from West Coast to East Coast. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Now, Philadelphia 76ers, again, by the time you watch this video, they will be at game 3, but just notice, in game 1, right, Trae Young, when Trae Young dominated New York Knicks, some people were saying the Knicks were not good. That is why Trae Young looked that good. He got a good Philadelphia team, and he still dominated. The guy is just a good player. When it comes on to the NBA, he is what you call an assassin. And man, he's deadly good when it comes on to scoring the basketball. But though they won game 1, I think it is because this is Joel Embiid's first game coming back from his injury, and he's going to get into a groove, as you saw at the end of game 1. And so I'm still going to pick the Philadelphia 76ers to win this game. What do you say? Yes, I think the Philadelphia 76ers will take this series. They are going to take this series. And I think it would be a more competitive series in the Eastern Conference Final if Philadelphia were to go up against Brooklyn. I think if Brooklyn goes up against the Atlanta Hawks, and I'm not underestimating the Atlanta Hawks, I think it will be over in no time. All right? So keep that in mind. Let me know what your thoughts are. Yeah. That's the NBA wrap, and you know that we always have a show that is dedicated to that, one of our live shows, so hit the notification bell. Let me tell you that again. Now you know that the West Indies begin the first test against South Africa on the 10th, and the squad is going to be a little bit difficult to pick this time around, so I'm going to give you my selection. I may get it. I'm not the West Indies cricket coach, but this is my selection. All right. Now, I know this is going to be very controversial, and you may not agree. As you know, the 17-man squad, John Campbell is not in it, so someone else will have to open. All right. Now, the captain, Craig Brathwaite, is your opener. So I think he is going to open. All right. Who will he open with? If John Campbell is not there, for some reason I think they like the left hand, right hand combination. And so because they like the left hand, right hand combination, they're going to go with Kieran Powell instead of opening with 2 right-handers. All right. Then you have Nkrumah Bonner, who I think they may move down to 4 and play. You're not going to believe this. Yeah. Let me just stick with Nkrumah Bonner. I'm going to save that one for a surprise. I'm going to save it for a surprise. Yep. Yeah, man. So, all right. I'm not going to surprise you. I think they're going to put Shea Hope at 3. And then Kuma Bono at 4. Blackwood at 5. Holder at 6. At 7, going to be wicket keeper Joshua De Silva. At 8, Ralston Chase. And Kemar Roach is going to bowl. Alzari Joseph is going to bowl. And oh my God. Well, you know what? They're not going to play Chase. They're going to play Raheem Cornwall. And I think they're going to play Gabriel. So let's go over it again. In the opening slot, Kieran Powell and the captain, Craig Brathwaite. Number 3, Shea Hope. Number 4, Nkuma Bono. Number 5, Jermaine Blackwood. Number 6, Jason Holder. Number 7, Joshua Da Silva. Number 8, Raheem Cornwall. Number 9, Azari Joseph. Number 10, Kemar Roach. And number 11, Shannon Gabriel. What do you think? That's a team I would pick. I don't know. That's a team I would pick because I think that gives the West Indies enough balance and give them the best hope of winning, right? I don't know. Who would you bring in? Yeah. They could they could put in Jaden Seals instead of Shannon Gabriel because of Shannon Gabriel's injury. I don't see Bravo getting a game. I don't think he played well in the practice games. And people are going to say, why did you leave out Kyle Mears? If Kyle Mears is going to play, it means that Shea Hope is not going to play. So it's a very tough team to pick. But that is just my thoughts. I know your thoughts may be different, but that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. I'm not sure. I am sure sports is not sure about this starting 11. Yeah, but it's a good thing that the West Indies have a team that we are finding hard to pick 11. That's a good thing. It means that players are competing for their spots. And that will only make their performances a whole lot better. Right? So I'm expecting us to defeat South Africa in this series. I think we're going to win it because I believe we're going to continue building on the progress that we saw down in Bangladesh. I think that is going to happen, and the West Indies are going to come good in this present series. All right, so those are the things today. Remember, the Reggae Boys 1-1 tie with Serbia. The NBA is going on. Congratulations again to Shelly-ann Frazer Pryce for her 10.63 100-meter time. Want to say a lot of big up to Brianna Williams and to Elaine and to Natasha Morris, all 4 Jamaican female going below 11 seconds. You know, one of her juniors also did well. Neville, the youngster out of Edwin Allen, did well. Congratulations to him as well. Won the men's 100 meters. Did a personal best and a personal best in the 200 meter. Congratulations to him. Listen, remember, this is I Am Sure Sports and I am Omar Stennett. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please share the video. Let others know about the work that we are doing. Again, we're glad that you have subscribed to our channel, but you must hit the notification bell because we have some good live shows coming up where you can be a part of, where you can get the opportunity to walk away with an award, with a gift. Don't you want that? So you must be a part of it so you can hear, see and know what's happening. A lot of respect to Irie Times TV, who continue to work with us, and you can watch us on their channel. We're on it every Friday, every Saturday, and every Sunday. You can see the show on Irie Times TV. So big up, bless up, and stay safe, my people. Watch it and don't miss it. I am sure.